Hello and welcome back to Shokuho, and we're gonna be attacking the Shimazu army that was just in front of us. Now, I have noticed something very cool, and I would love to be able to participate in this. It is a dual location. I have no idea what this means because I've never done this before, but I am extremely excited to see what it's all about when we get to go over there in just a moment. Hopefully we're going to be able to achieve victory, you know, that's the first thing, the first port of call for us here, but after that, I am on board. Oh yes, I am going to literally run over there as fast as I possibly can, so that we can have a grand old time dueling someone, or at the very least, seeing what it's all about. I have no idea what it entails, but hopefully it's going to be fun. Now I'm going to just get out my nice little... Oh no! Okay, wait, careful. Don't get killed now. Don't get killed now. I will just shoot this guy in the face, if I can. Like that. Yes. That is it. Fantastic. Okay. Now we can do some damage. Yes. Or just miss, you know, anything, you know, like that. We can just miss and, oh, nice. Oh, I actually hit that guy. Wow, okay, that's pretty crazy. I was thinking to myself, oh, yes, I will have a good time. I will have a very good time with my sharpshooting prowess. I am very good at shooting, sometimes. Not every day. But, yes, randomly. I'm going to... Oh, I actually shot one of the Ashigaru past this fellow. I didn't even try to do that. That was hilarious. Okay, yeah, we're fine. Nice. Oh yeah, this is what I like to see. These are the kinds of things I want to see here. Thank you very much. Oh, that guy went flying. That guy went flying, like literally flying. Whoa, there we go. Nice shot. Oh, that was almost a blind shot right there. Nice. We got just 175 in guns. Nice. I love that. And I believe we can just tell everyone to... Huh. I also got flown across the map, apparently. That was hilarious. Okay, so we've already eliminated 330 of the enemy. I didn't even realize that we were doing so well right there. But yeah, apparently we are. And indeed, I'm just going to let my forces clean up. At least they should be able to clean up, right? Right? I'm a little bit worried now. All intents and purposes, a little bit worried. No, we're okay. That was actually a little bit close. And we had such an amazing start, but it was because I died, I assume, that we, you know, started to have a bit of a problem there at the end, but nevertheless, we're fine. You know, we're okay. And there's one enemy remaining. Very surprising. I'm not entirely sure why he's still around here. They probably should have, I don't know, retreated or something like that. I mean, I personally would have probably done that, but there you go. Anyway, we did end up winning. Very costly victory, but good enough, you know, good enough to actually get us there. And indeed, we are going to be taking every single one of these prisoner, as you know. That is our thing. That is our MO that we love to do. And we're just going to capture a couple of these guys. Yeah, just a handful of them. And we want to make sure that we get the samurai here. There we go. Let's get these guys to join us as well. Massive amounts of level ups too. I love that. Give me some more of these. Thank you. Yeah, I have no idea what to really make those guys into, but yeah, I think that's absolutely fine. And now look at us. Look at us right here. Look at us. Look at what's happening right now. We are absolutely flying along. Doing a great job. 24,000 experience as well gained for our party. Look at what we've got. Oh yes. This is fantastic. This is very good. And now there is the dual location. Look at this. You see this? This is what I was extremely excited about. I have never gone here before. I don't know what it's all about. I'm going to save just in case, because you never know. We have started experiencing a couple of crashes here and there, most notably in extended battles. Not sure if that is just me or, you know, whatever is happening with that, but yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to try and restore myself as much as possible. I'm hopeful that the dual location will not disappear. That is the only thing that we really need to be a bit wary, you know, wary, whatever you want to call it. And, yeah, I'm at 50%. Is that enough? You know what? I'm going to go in. A figure waits in the distance. Okay, you know what? I'm going to just spec this real quick. First, you can reload any gun on horseback. I think we can already do that. I'm just going to do counter-fire, I suppose. Alright, let's do it. I'm extremely excited about this. I am going in way too soon. And here we go. The dual location is very picturesque. I am going to be drawing my Nodachi. And the duelist is here. Greetings, stranger. Interested in a duel? Yes, I think you'll find me a very unskilled challenger. Alright then, we'll use wooden weapons. First one to fall loses. I will be fighting with a bow staff. What weapon do you choose? I will fight with a katana. Alright. Here we go. Very cool. I like this. Gonna immediately go for the thrust. Gonna go for the left and the right and the left and the right. And he's hopefully gonna be... He's out of there. He's just complete... Wow, that final move was incredible. Perhaps I could learn it from you sometime. Thanks for the duel. Alright. Oh, I love it. That is so cool. Unfortunately, yeah, yes. Nearby notables in these places will hear of our victory. And indeed, we have... Look, we received several items as well after winning our duel. Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's a very cool feature. I love that. All right, so first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave Jinzaburo to do his thing, because let's face it, he's going to do an absolutely fantastic job without me. And we are 6 days worth of food. Okay, that's absolutely fantastic. So basically what we can do is hopefully, let's cross fingers here, hopefully what we'll be able to do is starve out the garrison before the enemy is able to take Nabe Castle. And then if we can do that, we'll hopefully be able to take Ino Castle from them as Jinzaburo is taking Hitoyoshi. I am hopeful that that is how things are going. Well, there's a crash. Alright, so it is a nighttime battle for us here as they have now interrupted us when we were attempting to besiege Ino Castle. So this is going to be a little bit tricky for us. Hopefully we're going to do alright though. I can only hope that we will. I am going to just try to shoot as much as I possibly can just to try and assist our forces in their ability to murder as much as possible from range. We're going to tell our cavalry and our horse archers to charge in here. And I'm going to run a little bit of interference myself. Here we go. Let us murder them. Let us murder them with our Odachi here. Yes, murder it. Murder, murder. I am saying it because I'm not entirely sure what I'm actually talking about. It could be any number of things, but yes. We will, no doubt, be completely fine. Won't we? I actually don't know. I am just basically trying to stay alive. That is my main course of action at the moment. I don't really want to get shot in the face either, so I will try to be a little bit careful here. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Just be a little bit careful. Little bit careful about the gunners. Because funnily enough, gunners are exceedingly dangerous. And it doesn't really matter what they are either. It could be Ashigaru, could be anyone. And they are most likely going to do big damage. And I'm going to tell my infantry to charge in now as well. And bear in mind that we are going to have to deal with a pretty significant amount of people. And I'm just going to be very careful here. Okay, whoa, okay. I say very careful. Let's just charge straight on in. Yes. That's generally what I tend to do, isn't it? Yeah. That is what I tend to do. Okay, let's be a little bit careful here. And I am actually going to say that let's be careful and actually do it now, okay? I'm not... I'm a parody of myself, I think. Yes. Yes, it's one of those things, though, isn't it? Because I just go, yes, let's be very careful. And then I decide, yes, you know what? Let's charge straight on in. Sounds like a great plan. Okay, well, I'm just going to switch to my gun. Do some damage. Oh, no, apparently I'm not going to do any damage. Or, again, apparently not do any damage. There we go. Funnily enough, I actually feel like we can probably hit pretty well from here. Nice, nice, nice. There we go. Gonna move my forces ahead here. Gonna try to keep my gunners and archers in a decent enough range so that they continue to inflict damage. That's obviously what we want to do. These guys can technically kill me really, really fast. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Okay, let's be a bit careful. I say. Yes. Oh. Oh, that is fun. Like, no offense right now, but that is so incredibly fun. I don't even know. Being able to go in there and being like, oh yeah, these guys have no idea. They just have no idea. There are so many enemies as well. That is so satisfying. I don't know what it is, but it's so incredibly satisfying. I wish this was... I actually wish this was kind of part of the base game. The ability to slash through multiple opponents. I think that makes all the sense in the world. Especially considering the fact that, obviously, if you're using a big weapon... You know, a big weapon. I'm not talking about a small dagger, because obviously a small dagger isn't really capable of doing that kind of thing that easily, right? But a big weapon, that would be fantastic. That would be so fun. Alright, there you go. That was a very, very easy victory for us right there. Very surprising, actually. I guess we just played that slightly better because I didn't die this time. Last time I died, so we did have much more to be worried about. And indeed... we can take all of them prisoner. There we go. Very nice. Okay, so let's just take what we can here. I will just be taking the samurai units. There we go. There we are. Very nice, very nice. And then we can level up these guys as well. There we are. These fellas, we can just make them into whatever because they are a jack-of-all-trades kind of troop upgrade, you know, people, so we don't really need to worry about it too much. And, yeah, basically, I'm just going to do the same thing here that we've done before, and we are just going to be donating the armor, and that's what we'll do. Okay, so let's continue the siege. Leave army? Why did it say leave army? That's a bit strange. Okay, I'm just going to save once again because you never know when a crash is going to come in, and we already won that battle rather decisively, so I don't really want to do it again, if at all possible. And otherwise, let's see, 2 more days. And Hitotoshi's been taken! Jinzaburo is absolutely carrying. Oh yeah, he's doing a great job. Muranaka, okay, Sadawara. I'm thinking Jinzaburo is probably... I mean, come on, I should probably give it to him, right? I should probably give it to him. He's doing a great job, right? He's doing an absolutely fantastic job, so I don't really see the necessity for us to be, you know, saying no to him in this case. He's really absolutely, you know, just carrying, basically, most of the time. And indeed, he's now helping us. Look at that. One thing we do need to check, though. Let's check how old Bruce is. He's 47. He's 47. So he's not dead. You know, he's not he's not gonna die anytime soon. Let's just say that. But I'm not entirely sure what the average age is at this time in you know, in feudal Japan. I don't know what the average age of you know, people living is. So I guess we'll see as time goes on, but that's obviously the reason why we went and got ourselves a spouse, so that we can be a little bit careful with that, and we don't have to worry so much that if, you know, the worst were to happen, and Bruce were to perish, at the very least, we don't have to worry about it anymore, because the spouse can take over. Alright, so here it is. This is our castle siege, and we are about to head in. So, this is obviously a bit of a problem situation, because we do have Jinzaburo with us, which normally I'm gonna say, oh yeah, this is great, you know, and fantastic, and all wonderful and everything, but The problem is that we don't know what kinds of troops he has. That's the main issue, you know, because he could have, shall we say, pretty bad units, and then we're going to have to deal with those being in our army here. So that's the main concern at the moment. Let's try and be a little bit careful trying to get this ladder up here. I don't know whether we're going to be able to do it without getting shot. Seems like we are able to, surprisingly enough. Wow, okay. I am mysteriously unassaulted right now. Very weird. Alright. Hello. Boom. He had no idea. That was hilarious. That guy had no idea. I was ready to just slash at him. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh. You know, these moments I absolutely love because, I mean, here's the thing, yeah? It's not actually about me, you know, killing loads of enemies or anything like that. I don't need to kill hundreds upon hundreds of enemies in one siege. That is fun, don't get me wrong, that is fun, but that's not something that is really required for me to have a satisfying time. The entire point here is that these enemies are archers, and they are very lightly armored, and it makes sense that I'd be able to slash at all of them in the same swing. You know, that's the whole point. It's very realistic in that sense, because obviously I am using a very large weapon. It makes sense I'd be able to hit multiple targets. Obviously, maybe not the amount that I'm actually able to hit in many cases, because some of the time I am actually able to hit, I don't know, 7 or more people, which technically is possible if they all line up in a row, I guess, but most of the time, obviously, that's not going to happen. But, you know, the fact is, it's just so satisfying to have that kind of situation occur, especially when they don't know that you're going to arrive, you know? They don't know you're going to be there, and it's just hilarious fun. Anyway, we do have these fellows trying to hide, which is obviously their prerogative. They can do that. That is not going to happen, though. I have a bad feeling for them. And unfortunately for me, I can't get to the gate. There we go. Now we can get to the gate. Look at all these enemies. Look at all these enemies. Let's see what we can do here. Wow, this is actually the area where they retreat from, which is hilarious. I did not realize that, and that is indeed a game over for them right there. Absolutely fantastic. It's just... This is probably one of the most fun times that I've had in a Bannerlord mod. And... It's just so fun. And is it because... This is the funny thing. I'm not sure if it's because of the multi-slash capability. Because, let's face it, I could just install this separately, right? I don't need to play, you know, this total conversion to be able to enjoy the multi-slash capability. That is available as a separate mod. But what I'm mostly talking about here is the ability to play in battles and sieges without the addition of shields. I think the addition of shields actually makes the game so much more annoying. I don't know. Is it just me? I think so, at least. I think it is pretty... well, I wouldn't say frustrating, but I would say that shields make Bannerlord and indeed Warband much less fun. I think if everyone were running around like we are here with just weapons, and it would fundamentally increase the accuracy, efficiency, deadliness, whatever, of ranged troops, I think it would really make a huge difference. I don't know. I think that would increase the satisfaction rating by a massive amount. Obviously, there are many, many cases where that is not the case. You know, let's face it, there are going to be times where you will be praying for a shield. And I'm mostly looking at Pendor here, and I'm mostly looking at mods that are really, really hard, and ones where they focus much more on ranged capabilities. Because obviously, in the case of this, a gun is just going to penetrate shields. You know, it doesn't really matter. It's not really going to make any difference. Anyway, the Shimazu are now wanting to make peace, and they're also willing to pay a daily tribute of 1,000, which I'm going to accept. I'm going to accept that for sure. I don't see any reason why I would not accept that straight away, because this is just fundamentally exactly what we were trying to do. Because look at what has happened now. We have taken a castle. Actually, we've taken, I think, did we take 2 castles? I'm actually not entirely sure if we took 2 castles or not. Maybe we did. I don't actually know. I think Jinzaburo might have actually taken another castle before we actually arrived here. But he's also obviously taken Hitoyoshi, which is, of course, what we were attempting to take the entire time, pretty much. And this is obviously, I'm going to be giving this to our Kiryu clan here. And they're going to be, you know, taking care of that a little bit. But yeah, we are absolutely destroying. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Mori or someone like that actually attempt to attack us once again. Who knows? Okay, so I've made my way to Uchi here, and what we're going to do is we're going to buy all of the food that is available here, and we're going to launch another attack against the Shimazu. Now, obviously, this is indeed a little bit dishonorable, but yes, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for it. So we're going to have to just go for it. And that's all that there is to it, basically. That's all there is to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to buy everything that I can here, because we need to make sure that they starve out relatively quickly. And this is not food, right? No, of course not. All right. So yeah, otherwise, I have actually been attempting to sell as much as I can here. Yes, indeed. There we go. And I could... I actually wonder... Is there something I can buy here? I might be able to... You know what? Could I buy a shield? I technically could buy one of these shields, which I think I will do. And will replace my one-handed, because my one-handed is something that I apparently never use. So I'm just going to be equipping that shield instead. And we'll see how that goes. Now, what we're going to do otherwise is we're going to get rid of all of our stuff. So basically, get rid of a lot of our food and everything. We don't want to be carrying around so much by any means. There we go. And then we are going to be attacking them immediately. So I will just go and attack these guys. There we go. Give me all your wares. And I actually... What? Did I really get roguery skill for this? That's actually kind of insane. Now that I think about it. That is actually kind of incredible. Okay, very, very nice. And, oh, we're not at war? Okay. Okay, that's hilarious. I was literally thinking to myself, oh yes, this will definitely cause war. But, no, apparently that did not cause anything. So, well, yeah, there we go. We're going to just declare war against this guy. We'll just auto-resolve against him. Should be easy enough. Take him prisoner. And once again, we're just going to be leaving all the prisoners behind. I don't really see the point in taking them. We'll take all of the loot, however, and then we will make our way in versus this particular garrison here. Now, this is going to be a little bit difficult if we get somewhat unlucky with the amount of troops that want to attack us, because, let's face it, there is a rather large garrison here. And if they decide to form an army relatively fast and come over here, we might have some issues. But you could see, how many days do they have? 0 days. Yes, as you can see, they do have 0 days. So it is very, very basically dependent, 100% relying on the fact that they don't have any... What the... How did he get taken prisoner by manhunters? Okay, that's kind of strange. Anyway, this is very much dependent on how fast the starvation mechanic can kick in. And technically, It is already kicking in. There we go. It is already starting to inflict casualties, which is perfect for us right here. And if I can take this, I'm going to be hopefully taking ownership over this town. And we're then going to be creating another vassal if we can. Because I do think we have the... I think we have the possibility to do that. And hopefully we'll be able to. Now, this is actually quite funny because the militia themselves, they're going to be pretty difficult for us to deal with just purely from a numbers perspective. Usually, I'm not someone that likes to call for armies or anything like that because I actually prefer the AI. I prefer Jinzaburo and so on and so forth to be the ones to call for armies so that they personally can make good inroads in whatever, whatever action they want to take. I personally feel like that is usually the way to go. Now, what we're going to do is we're obviously going to get the battering ram up and running. And yeah, they don't have any garrison remaining now. So they have 836. Okay, and there's 515 coming at us right here. Wow, okay. This is actually kind of... This might be a little bit worrying, okay? If we fail in this siege, this is very bad, okay? This is very, very bad. So, this is what it hinges on. If I... Oh, wait, I need to... Oh, no. My battering ram is... Wait, are they gonna... Oh, no. Ah, there we go, there we go. Okay. They were hesitant. They were hesitant. This is really good for us. Extremely, extremely good for us. If they had gone in immediately, we would have huge problems. But they didn't. Okay, so we are now going to try and reload our gun as fast as possible. Unfortunately, the enemy is having a pretty nice time right now of murdering us. Gonna just shoot this guy. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to make our way over here. I do have this wonderful, wonderful shield on our back this time around, so hopefully I'm going to have a pretty good time. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, hopefully we're going to have a pretty good time here, because the thing is, this is what I was talking about. This action that I'm taking right now, heavily relies on my own ability. Why can I not get an overhead? Are you serious right now? What? Okay, that was very strange. I literally was doing the action with my mouse to get the overhead, but apparently, I don't know, apparently it wasn't working. I don't know, strange. Very, very strange indeed. Anyway, yeah, basically this is very reliant on me being alive and actually murdering as many, and I'm talking about hundreds here. Hundreds of enemies. But me getting shot in the face by that gunner... That has basically put paid to that, in my opinion. I think we're going to be having huge issues as a result of that now. And I couldn't do anything about it, because obviously I'm stuck on the ladder, you know? I can't change my direction while I'm on the ladder, which is pretty terrible. Obviously, there is nothing to be done about that. That is literally just how things are going to go. However, what we're going to do now is we're going to have a bit of a look-see here. Okay, here's the thing. If I start losing huge amounts of troops... I will have to retreat, and that's going to be very, very bad in my opinion. I think that's going to be extremely, extremely difficult. Maybe I actually want to retreat. Do I want to retreat right now? I'm facing my back towards where I could get shot from, because I don't want to get any more damage, if at all possible. Oh, and did I literally just run down the hill? Yes, I did. Okay, don't get shot, don't get shot. We have Shoichiro right here next to us, which is very nice, actually. No, don't fire at me anymore, please. Yes, okay, that's extremely problematic. As you can see, it did actually hit the shield on my back, but unfortunately, they shot me in the face, or in the head. So that really made a huge difference. I'm going to have to retreat from this. Okay, so we did have an opportunity to kind of restore ourselves a little bit. Not all of my people got back on their feet, but I am actually full HP, which is quite strange. I didn't realize that they were going to leave us for so long, but they are coming in against us now. They were very hesitant to begin with, and now, well, Now we are in the trees, and this is actually going to be, maybe, I don't know how this is going to be, actually. I don't know how this is going to be, but I can only hope that we're going to do a relatively decent job here. There are about 600 people fighting us here, and I have no idea what it's going to be like. Okay, where are we going? There we go. Nice. That was a nice hit if ever I saw one. Thank you very much. Can we get another one? Yes, we can. There we go. Alright, so we're getting a lot of damage. We're getting a lot of damage out here. And I do want to be a little bit careful. Oh no, this is terrible. I don't know what it is, but the grass is causing me to see things where there aren't any. I don't know. Bit weird. Bit of a weird optical illusion right there for me. I don't know, maybe the shield is kind of throwing me off as well, to be honest. I mean, I've been meaning to get one of these for a while, because I thought to myself, oh yeah, it's probably going to be a good idea, right? You know, it's going to be a good idea. Try to make sure that we don't, you know, take too much damage from behind. Generally, it is pretty likely that we would, though. I mean, we are relatively good looking. I mean, Bruce is, shall we say. And, you know, people are gonna be, people are gonna be interested, you know. However, this shield is distracting. I think more distracting than it is useful. Is that just me? Maybe it's just me. I'm not sure. I'm gonna see how it is. Maybe I just have to get used to it or something like that. But from my perspective right now, I'm thinking I'm gonna probably unequip it just because it is so incredibly distracting for me. I'm going to move my forces a little bit ahead here. And there we go. Get those cavalry over there. And yeah, we got some more people coming in from the side. I would like to try and eliminate this guy. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was a nice hit if ever I saw one. Unfortunately, I did get shot in the head again. It's actually quite funny. As soon as I have a shield that is supposed to protect me from a certain angle, of course no one hits it, right? Of course no one hits this thing, which is just funny. I don't know why. Don't know why we get super unlucky in that regard. Yeah, these guys. Okay, yeah, here we go, here we go. Let's try and do some damage. Yeah, big damage, big damage. Massive amounts of damage actually coming in from our horse as well. The horse was actually providing us massive amounts of value there as well. I can only say thank you to that, yes. I can only say thank you very much to our little horse here. And I will try... I mean, I can barely see anything. I think that's the main problem right now. The shield, while it might be useful in certain situations, I just literally cannot see where I am slashing. Is that just me? I don't know. I'm kind of having a bit of a weird Twilight Zone kind of feeling right now, because I'm thinking to myself, am I crazy? Am I crazy? Because people have been recommending this thing for a while, and as I say, I have been meaning to get one. I have just literally always forgotten whenever I go into a marketplace, because I'm always preoccupied with selling all of our loot and all that stuff. But now that I have one, it's distracting. I don't know. There we go, that guy's dead. At least that one was a pretty nice hit. Yeah, that guy was being a bit too dangerous for my liking. I did not want to go too close to him. He was prepared with the thrust into our face, and I was not very appreciative of that. I could potentially die here, but I am going to take the risk. That was some good damage from that. That was actually some really, really efficient damage. Unfortunately, these fellows are going to get prepared, and they will murder me pretty easily if we let them. As you can see, they do have some gunners as well. These gunners are very, very likely to murder us. And who do we have coming in here? Who's that? Oh, no, never mind. Just some random mounted samurai. Well, he obviously is dead now, so we don't really need to worry about him. And you can see here, look at this. I can literally just charge in with our mount now and pretty much murder quite a few enemies. Obviously, you got to bear in mind that horse damage is just knocking unconscious, as far as I'm aware. They don't usually inflict fatal wounds or anything like that, which is quite funny to begin with, because it is an insanely large horse doing, well, basically running into someone at 600,000 miles an hour, and yeah, you'd think, you know, you'd think that we would probably just absolutely obliterate anything that it comes up against, but yeah, you know how it is. you know, gameplay. You know, it's not fully realistic or whatever, but, you know, that's absolutely fine. Not a problem. And that's obviously not a mod thing. That is indeed a base game thing. So, yeah, anyway, I think we're probably done here. I'm telling my forces to charge in. Just because we are very much done. Yes, indeed. There you go. And we will now... Whoa, look at that. So many kills right there. And we only got 47 renown. Only 47 renown for that. I was thinking that we'd get a lot more, but I guess it isn't that much of a problem. In the grand scheme of things, you know, the best course of action for us to take is just literally having these guys taken prisoner. That is our biggest effect here. And indeed, look at this. We're getting even more troops leveled up as well, which is exactly what we want. This is really, really beneficial. And indeed, we can take some more prisoners as well. We can even try to convert those to our side over time as well, which is obviously going to be extremely useful. And look at this, 37,000 in experience here. So even more level ups. Even more level ups we're going to be gaining in just a moment. I'm going to just take some horses here. Do we have herding problems? No, we don't have any herding problems, actually, whatsoever. That's very, very nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to just take a quick look and see what's happening on the world map. If I can. I might not be able to. Okay, I have to continue the siege. Yeah, unfortunate for me, isn't it? Yeah, unfortunate for me. So, yeah, as you can see, look at how fast we regenerate right now. We regenerate so incredibly quickly, and you can see here that my max HP is 170... Wait. Is it? Yes. 170 right now, which is actually kind of incredible. But even so, I'm still taking massive damage, especially from gunners, of course. Gunners are the ones that are causing us the most headache at this point. And there you go, look, more level ups just from that experience gain. And we are going to be getting even more of these wonderful samurai marksman level ups. And we can get some more of these. There we go, more of those. Okay, fantastic. And we are going to be going in there in just a moment. The problem is, I'm not sure if we can even handle this. The thing is, every single time I go up these ladders, I get shot in the face, or something happens where I get shot in the face by a gunner or something like that, and almost get myself killed instantaneously, which is really very, very bad. We do not want this, you know, we do not want this at all. Ah, there's another army. Are you serious? Okay. I'm gonna have to go in here. I'm gonna have to go in here beforehand. I do not want to fight another army, if at all possible. I would love to be able to prevent that from happening. Unfortunately, this is a nighttime battle, which I like it for the spectacle, because obviously it's very, very cool with the... I mean, come on, the fire arrows. The fire arrows alone is so incredibly cool looking, right? But unfortunately, it is difficult for me to see things. So that's going to be a problem. Okay. Oh no, don't shoot me, please. Don't shoot me. Come on now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No. So far it's okay. I don't know why they're able to get headshots so easily. I feel like they are very good at doing that. Surprisingly enough. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yes. Very nice. We need to get some of those Hatamoto. Oh. Yes. Yes. Did you see that? Yeah. Shot in the torso by a gunner. Lost, what? 70% of my HP in one hit? Yep. That happens. That happens. Okay. I am in pretty big trouble now then. We're gonna have to retreat. Probably. Maybe. That is pretty harsh. Not sure what I can do about that though. I don't know what I can do about that, because the best thing that I can do right now is just continue doing damage. But the problem is, these guys all have... Yeah, look at this, look at this. I'm gonna get shot. I am gonna get shot here, and I will die. I think that is the most likely outcome here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back. And I'm not sure what my forces are doing right now. Ah, there we go. They're actually using their ranged weapons, which I think is fine. And as you can see, my shield did actually do something. Look at that. We did actually get a little bit of an arrow in my back there, which is quite nice because you never know how much damage that would have done. Maybe it would have killed me. Who knows, you know? Maybe it actually would have killed me. So this is pretty nice actually right now. We've got a decent situation going on here because if my forces can consistently deal damage and actually kill enemies. As you can see, we've killed 88 troops right now. But if we can continue to do this over and over and over again, we will technically have the War of Attrition on lock. We might be able to get this done and dusted, as it were. I'm not sure if that's going to really be the case, but these guys are just running into us, which is pretty nice. That's very kind of them. But I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling about this because you could see here, I mean, look at what's happening right now. We've got no more people coming outside. They're all just waiting. They're waiting in the inevitable death zone, which is up there. And, yeah, my forces are, of course, just going to be firing away. What is this guy doing? I have no idea. Yeah, I'm going to get shot here, by the way. I'm just going to let you know that right now. I am going to get shot here. Should I just... You know what? I am going to wait and actually see what my forces decide to do. Because they're just firing at the opponent right now, which is actually working quite well. Surprisingly so. Ooh, okay, so we did get eliminated. Unfortunately, I didn't do enough damage. I didn't do as much damage as I wanted to. However, I did eliminate the gate, which is what I, actually wanted to accomplish there. Unfortunately, I do think we are going to have to retreat here, which is going to result in me having to do another battle on the field. But I don't think that's going to be that bad, actually. I think we are probably going to be absolutely fine there. It is just very much a case of us just doing what we do, doing what we do on the field and then having a pretty good time of it. That's going to have to be the case, unfortunately. So I'm going to actually abandon the siege as well. We're going to have to do that. And we're going to have to restore ourselves slightly, and then we'll obviously have a pretty decent time. Now, I did level up. I think I actually showed you that beforehand. Or was that actually in that siege defense that we had a crash on? I actually can't remember now, but I did put the point into roguery. I'm not entirely sure what to even spec in at this point, because we have basically everything that I wanted to get. Medicine, leadership, so on and so forth. I basically am just really hurting for attribute points right now. I really want to get as many attribute points as possible so I can put some more points in intelligence here, because we have maxed out everything else that we wanted to. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.